Week 5, strengthen your motivation. Article, Real Appeal articles, week 5. Your articles for the week in one easy click. We hope you have a great week with Real Appeal. Review this week's articles and reflect on your takeaways and learnings. Remember, you got this. Here are your articles this week. Motivation 101. Motivation is an important pillar of Real Appeals and essential to your long-term success. The reality of motivation. Learn more about the motivation myths we tell ourselves and discover the reality. What impacts your drive? Learn what impacts your drive to take charge of your motivation. How balanced is your health and wellness? Rate yourself from 1 to 10 for each category on the wellness wheel. What's your motivation style? Find your motivation style so you are more likely to stay motivated. 3 tips to jumpstart your motivation. Learn how to maximize your motivation. Strategies to sustain your drive. Motivation comes and goes, and we can help you learn how to stay driven when motivation is low. Article Motivation 101. Motivation 101. Motivation is an important pillar of this program and essential to your long-term success. No one feels motivated all the time. However, knowing the reason behind one's motivation can be a powerful driving force in accomplishing one's goals. What is motivation? Motivation is the reason you change your behavior. It's your why. Not all motivation is the same. There are 2 different types of motivation, extrinsic and intrinsic. Read the chart below to help you understand the differences between them. Extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation involves doing something based on external factors, receiving a reward, avoiding punishment, money. Extrinsic motivation works well for short-term goals and can kickstart change. Examples: I exercise so my family doesn't get upset with me. Intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation involves doing something because you want to. Enjoyment, satisfaction, positive changes to your body or health. Intrinsic works well for long-term goals, maintaining progress, and creating lasting change. Examples: I exercise because I enjoy how accomplished I feel afterwards. Reflect. What is currently motivating you? Is it more intrinsic or extrinsic? Both extrinsic and intrinsic motivation can help you achieve your goals, but each type has different purposes and effects on your behaviors. This week, we encourage you to focus on building and strengthening your intrinsic motivation. Tap into what's most important to you. Build intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation has longer lasting positive effects on your actions because behavior is driven by internal rewards. In other words, the motivation to engage in a behavior comes from within because it's naturally satisfying to you. Here are some tips for how to start strengthening your intrinsic motivation. Remember your purpose. When you have a clear reason for what you want to accomplish, it helps you connect to your intrinsic motivation. Create a compelling wellness vision. Find meaning by focusing on your values and purpose. Take control of your choices. Most people have more choices than they realize or act on. Assess what's most important to you for a clear idea of your choices to help the situation. Recognize that you have the choice and freedom to take action for yourself. The more you make the same choice, the easier it becomes to make that choice again. Examples: going on to the gym, tracking your food, meal planning. On the other hand, the habits that we are working towards changing were created by consistently making those same choices as well. Examples: skipping exercise, waiting too long to eat or missing meals, not making sleep a priority. Make it fun. We tend to pursue what we enjoy. How much joy can you add to your life? Look for ways to make some part of each day enjoyable. Create a list of things you genuinely love and have always wanted to do, and start doing them. Challenge yourself. When you are learning a new skill, your brain creates new pathways from one part of the brain to another, enabling you to interact and experience emotions and other sensations. This helps us all in areas of our life. Seek challenges and goals that have personal meaning to you. Try learning a new skill, mastering one small step at a time. Examples: gardening, dancing, new game, sewing. Embrace growth. Begin to think of yourself as a lifelong learner. Welcoming growth, change, and learning helps you stay mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy. Believe that each goal you pursue will teach you something and enhance your well-being. Visualize a moment in your life when you felt proud of yourself. Examples: a promotion, completing a 5K, graduating. To build intrinsic motivation, tune into what's joyful, meaningful, or a challenge you want to conquer. Write down any ideas of your own. How would you start building your intrinsic motivation this week? Reflect on what motivates you, how to make your goals enjoyable, and the benefits you gain from your new choices. Taking ownership of your choices will help you feel empowered and enjoy the journey. Article: The Reality of Motivation. The reality of motivation. Learn more about the motivation myths we tell ourselves and discover the reality. Do you believe you need to be motivated every second of every day? It's a common misconception for many people. Motivation comes and goes, but the more you know the truth about motivation, the more likely you are to reach your goals. Let's review some of the top motivation myths that could be holding you back. Myth 1: I just need more willpower. Willpower is the ability to resist something with no help or strategy. Reality: willpower by itself usually won't work to get yourself to do something you've never done before. Example: expecting to run a mile without stopping if you've never done it before. You can strengthen your willpower over time, but it usually isn't something you can rely on without other kinds of support. Myth 2: if only I had more self-discipline, I would succeed. Self-discipline is training yourself to obey and follow a set of rules. Reality: although self-discipline is helpful, it can sometimes lead to a stricter mindset that can cause people to give up on their goals, leading to self-judgment. Example: I'm going to give up all sweets from here on out. You can use self-discipline after you form your healthy habits, but you will need to be realistic with your intentions. Myth 3: I need to wait to feel inspired. Inspiration is a positive emotional state of feeling stimulated to do or create something. Reality: inspiration can move you to act, but like all emotional states, it comes and goes. Example, listening to one of your role models speak about something that resonates with you. You can strive to cultivate inspiration, but don't wait to feel it in order to act. Myth 4. I'm just lazy. What we think of as laziness is simply preferring one thing over another. Reality, all of our choices meet some needs. The choices we term lazy do not meet the needs of accomplishing certain goals. Laziness can also be a clue that you have depleted your mind, body, or both. In that case, find out what you need to do to take care of yourself. Accomplishing one small task helps you build momentum and can break the feeling of laziness. Myth 5. I need to stay motivated all the time. Motivation is similar to a mood, which is a temporary feeling or state of mind. It comes and goes. Reality, you will not feel motivated every day. This is okay and completely normal. You can still get things done even when you don't feel motivated. Motivation takes effort and skill to sustain in the long run. Once you form a habit, you won't need to motivate yourself nearly as much to continue those habits. Example, you don't need the motivation to brush your teeth or wear your seatbelt because those behaviors are now habits. Create a motivated mindset. Motivation is not something that appears out of nowhere, but rather something you plan for and create. Develop powerful reasons for change and daily drive to put your goals into effect. Reflect, what are your reasons for making a change? Do you rely on willpower, self-discipline, and inspiration alone to pull you forward? Just like a house, you need a solid foundation to lead to success. Set your sights on developing a solid base of motivation to set the stage for long-term success. Audio Boost Week 5. Dig deep to find your why. Week 5 Audio Boost. Dig deep to find your why. Dive deeper into your first day weeks of content with this audio boost from Coach Corin. Your why is the reason you are here. What makes reaching your health and weight goals important? Uncover your reason by listening in. Coach Corin's Week 5 audio boost. Dig deep to find your why. Article: What impacts your drive? What impacts your drive? Learn what impacts your drive to take charge of your motivation. The demands of everyday life affects how motivated or unmotivated you feel. You may feel drained by the end of the day and have no motivation left to exercise, or you may feel re-energized by the day's accomplishments and ready to take on the world. Understanding what impacts your drive can help you make the choices that work for you to support your motivation. What impacts your motivation? Here are some factors that can positively and negatively influence your motivation. Stress, your body's reaction to any change. Mindset, your thoughts, inner dialogue, and attitude. Goals and progress, the goals you set for yourself and how you measure your progress. Environment, your surroundings, including your location and the people around you. Triggers, events that disrupt your goals, such as a change in routine or another person's words or actions. Support, the people and activities you rely on regularly and turn to in times of need. Sleep, your body's ability to cycle through the different sleep stages for 7 to 8 hours each night. Reflect. Which of these factors impacts your drive the most? Knowing what impacts motivation can help you become aware of what's impacting yours. We touch on stress, mindset, goals and progress, and environment below. In the upcoming weeks, we'll dig deeper into these topics as well as trigger support and sleep. Stress. Chronic constant stress may cause strain on every part of your health, both physically and mentally. This can make basic tasks difficult and finding the motivation to do them even harder. Ways to manage stress. Exercise your stress away with movement such as boxing, dancing, or walking. Play a game on your phone or outdoors with others. Use creative pursuits you enjoy such as knitting, painting, or writing. Find pleasurable distractions such as watching movies, listening to music, or reading. Try deep breathing and meditation, and use apps or videos to practice breathing. Create a relaxing bedtime routine so you can wind down and get quality sleep. Reflect. How is stress affecting your motivation? What are ways you can manage your stress in a healthy way? Mindset. Your mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of yourself and the world. It influences how you think, feel, and behave, and impacts what you believe about yourself. It also plays a major role in how you cope with challenges. Ways you can improve your mindset. Start noticing how your thoughts and attitudes affect your choices and motivation. Use positive self-talk such as I can, I will, or I am. Catch your negative thoughts and practice turning them into positive ones. Make a point of paying attention to little wins. The big milestones aren't the only ones that count. Reflect. How does your attitude impact your daily goals and accomplishments? What steps can you take to create a more positive mindset? Goals and progress. The goals you achieve and the progress you make can help build momentum with your motivation. By focusing on your true motivations and learning how to track progress, you can begin to build consistency with new healthy habits. Ways to conquer goals. Set goals that feel realistic and enjoyable. Focus on what you have done, accomplished, rather than what you haven't. You've done more than you think. Celebrate your non-skill victories. All successes count. Examples: measurements and health metrics, increased energy levels, better sleep, fewer cravings, feeling stronger, stop needing a certain medication. Reflect. When was the last time you acknowledged what a great job you were doing? What achievements are you proud of accomplishing? Environment. Your environment is defined as any space you spend in, such as your workplace, home, or commute, and the people you spend time with, friends, family, or coworkers. Your environment greatly influences your mood, behaviors, and motivation, and can play a key role in your daily choices and habits. Ways to create a supportive environment. Create visual reminders to stick to your healthy habits. Examples: set out your workout clothes the night before. Join a gym that's closer to your home or workplace. Put a note on the fridge reminding you to take your lunch. Make unhealthy habits your space so you can feel more comfortable. Example, pick one area or room to clean and organize. Reflect, how is your environment affecting your mood, behaviors, and motivation? How can you create a more supportive environment? You may see ways you can improve in each area: stress, mindset, goals, and progress, and environment. You're not alone, most of us can. To start making changes, choose the area that's most important to you and take one small step. Don't forget to give yourself some compassion as you navigate through this journey. It's not always easy, but you're strong and capable. Start flipping your unsupportive thoughts into supportive ones. Create an environment that motivates you and acknowledge all successes. Find your motivation style to help you accomplish goals based on your personality. Article: How balanced is your health and wellness? How balanced is your health and wellness? Rate yourself from 1 to 10 for each category on the wellness wheel. How it works: the wellness wheel helps you build awareness around key areas that influence your health and wellness. That way you can devote your energy to the areas that will have the most positive impact on your life. 2 ways to do this. 1, print this page, or 2, draw it out. Get out a piece of paper and a pencil. Draw a big circle in the middle of the page. Draw 4 lines to create 8 sections, 1 top to bottom, 1 left to right, and 2 diagonal lines. Write a category name in each section from the list below. Either way, rate how satisfied you are with each category on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 equals lowest, unsatisfied, and 10 equals highest, completely satisfied. Take a look at the category descriptions as you think about your current health and wellness. Be honest. Write down where you think you really are, not where you think you should be. Categories: 1, healthy eating, quality and quantity of food. How mindful are you of your hunger and using food mainly as fuel? 2, support, quality and quantity of relationships. How satisfied are you with your support system? 3, motivation. How driven are you to reach your long-term goals? How powerful is your motivation? 4, stress management. How well are you managing daily stress and taking care of yourself? 5, self-confidence. How confident do you feel about your ability to reach your goals? 6, attitude and self-talk. How productive and positive are your overall attitude and self-talk? 7, movement, quality and quantity of exercise, steps, and activity. How active are you? 8, sleep, quality and quantity of nourishing sleep. How satisfied are you with your daily energy? Reflect on your wheel. 1, what did you learn from completing your wellness wheel? 2, how would your wheel roll if you put it on a bike? Would the ride be smooth, bumpy, or somewhere in the middle? 3, what areas of your wheel is most important for you to focus on and why? 4, how would you like to work on this area with your coach? Article: Session 5, snapshots. Session 5, snapshots. Review the information your coach shared during this week's group session. For your reference, you can download a PDF of Session 5 snapshots. Review them below. Current videos. Change is easy your motivation. Weigh the pros and cons, benefits of changing versus staying the same. Identify barriers, what's getting in your way. Recharge, schedule time for yourself. Set attainable goals. Choose one or two realistic goals that you can confidently accomplish. Stay inspired. Make your goals fun and enjoyable. Be patient with yourself. It will take effort, support, accountability, and small steps. Make your goal smart. As specific. What state exactly what you will be doing. Avoid more, less, or better. M. Measurable. How much? Decide how to track your progress. Ask how many days, times, etc. A. Attainable. How? Set doable goals. Do you confident in at least an 8 out of 10? Ask, does this feel realistic? Are relevant? Why? Set goals that align with your wellness vision. Ask, is this important to you? T. Time bound. When? Decide a timeline and create some urgency. Ask, when will you get started? Article, what's your motivation style? What's your motivation style? Find your motivation style so you are more likely to stay motivated. A motivation style is what drives you to accomplish something based on your personality. It can push you to set goals you care most about rather than the goals you think you have to set. Review the 4 motivation styles below to see which one you relate to most. Achiever. You feel the need to set and accomplish challenging goals. You enjoy taking calculated risks and working alone. You value being in control of your life and receiving feedback on your progress and accomplishments. Drawback. You may set too many goals at once, creating unrealistic expectations for yourself. Solution. Set a small number of manageable and realistic goals that are most important to you and continue to take small steps towards your overall wellness vision. Connector. You enjoy feeling like you're part of a group. You favor partnership rather than competition and want to be liked and accepted by others. You enjoy turning to others for their thoughts, opinions, and support. Drawback. Relying only on the support of others may lead to giving up on yourself during those moments when no one is available. Solution. Focus on your strength, values, and wellness vision so you can depend on yourself when you don't have the support of others when you need it the most. Influencer. You are driven by inspiring others. You enjoy competition and want weekly.